As part of Germany's efforts to boost its defense capabilities, lawmakers are discussing new military service proposals. Germany suspended compulsory military service in 2011. The goal of the legislation is being debated. The idea is to double the number of active and reserve soldiers to nearly 500,000. The issue has again exposed rifts within the governing coalition here in Germany of conservatives and social democrats, mirroring divisions within German society.
Is Germany going to bring back compulsory military service? The short answer to that is probably not right away. There's a big debate happening in the country right now about this, the new Military Service Act. And right now, as it stands, not even the government can agree on how to ensure Germany's defence capability going forward.
The German army must grow. The national security situation demands this, particularly due to Russia's military aggression. Not only do we need a well-equipped military force, we've been working on this for the past 2.5 years, we also need a fully staffed military.
That's Boris Pistorius, Germany's defence minister. He's part of the centre-left Social Democrats. They're the junior coalition partner in the governing coalition government here in Germany. His party favours a voluntary model, whereas the conservative CDU-CSU, that's Chancellor Friedrich Merz's party, they're of a different view.
It will be voluntary for now, but I suspect it won't remain voluntary.
What he means is that if the situation demands it, Germans who are willing to fight could expect to be called up. What's already been decided is that starting next year, men aged 18 will get a questionnaire to gauge their interest in joining the military. There are around 350,000 men who are going to get a survey, and it's hoped that around 5,000 will join the military this way. What's being debated right now is that if not enough men join voluntarily, when will conscription kick in? Germany suspended conscription back in 2011, so that would be a big change for men growing up today. But what about women? They can fill out the form if they want to, but would they even get called up?
So it is still in the Constitution, just for men. It was suspended by a simple act by the majority of the members of the parliament, so it can be activated again by a simple majority of the members of the parliament, but just for men. So if we want men and women to have the obligation to do a military service, we have to change the constitution, and there we need a higher majority.
So what would make the army a more attractive option? Well, for one thing, it pays well. The Bundeswehr is also offering perks for young people, like credits towards further study courses and even help getting your driver's licence. This is all voluntary, at least for now. But with war not far away in Ukraine and Germany's increased role in contributing towards Europe's defence, it's unlikely that the debate here is going to die down.
DW's political correspondent Simon Young is following today's debate about this in the Bundestag, and he joins us now. Simon, tell us about the key sticking points in this debate about conscription in Germany right now.
Yeah, Terry, well, in addition to the usual criticisms of the government from the opposition parties, as we've heard, there's also quite a bit of disagreement within the government about how to achieve this goal of recruiting tens of thousands of new people to Germany's military over the coming years. And I think the key question is around this idea whether should there be a compulsory element in it, or can you rely on the willingness of young people to sign up even in these dangerous times? And as part of that, there's this idea that some part of this process might be a lottery to choose who should be called up. To a lot of people, that seems like an ineffective and inappropriate way of doing it. And they also suggest that it might be sort of faced with legal and constitutional challenges. I think those are some of the issues. Also, other problems loom. How quickly could the German military absorb a big influx of new people? Are there the people there to train them? Will the equipment be available? Will they have any accommodation where these people can stay? So a lot of practical issues as well, quite a lot to discuss.
With all that on the table, Simon, is it clear that the governing coalition, which does have a majority in Parliament, is it clear that it will pass some form of compulsory military service?
Yeah, the government says that it is determined to pass this new law about military service later this year, so that they can start calling people up, at least inviting them to fill out questionnaires to say whether they're interested in joining, whether they have any relevant skills and qualifications, and so on. They want that to start as early as next year. There is this internal trouble over the question of the lottery, which the Conservatives say is needed as a sort of plan B, if you like, to make it clear to people that one way or another Germany's military does need to be more effective. They say a lottery could be the fairest way of doing that. But I think what we're hearing now, both sides within the governing coalition are saying, look, we're open to whatever ideas, and we're going to iron out the problems in the parliamentary process.
And how about the German public? How do they see the prospect of military conscription? What do opinion polls say?
Yeah, I think broadly there is a certain amount of support for some kind of increased or intensified recruitment process, whether it is compulsory or not. About 55% of those asked in the public at large say they think it would be a good idea. But if you break that down by age, younger people, perhaps unsurprisingly, are less enthusiastic. And in particular, the age group who would be most directly affected, the sort of 16 to 30-year-olds, less than half of those are keen to see a compulsory military service introduced. So clearly this is a debate that will continue to rage.
Simon, thank you very much. Our political correspondent, Simon Young.